came up upon the left, out of the sea came he. And he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea. Higher and higher every day, till over the mast at noon. The wedding guest here beat his breast, for he heard the loud bassoon. The bride half paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride half paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride half paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, knowed him, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy, the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner.
Break, break, break on that cold grey storm's sea. And I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh, well, for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh, well, for the sailor lad, that he sings in his boat on the bay. And the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand, and the sound of a voice that is still. Break, break, break at the foot of that crag's sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Oh, well, for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh, well, for the sailor lad, that he sings in his boat on the bay. And the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. flags all see. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me.
Was Willig and the slithy toves, did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rats outgrave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the man some foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and bubbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galloping back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Callooh Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves, did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rats outgrave. A man who had fallen among thieves lay by the roadside on his back, dressed in 15 frayed ideas, wearing a round year for a hat. Fate's pair somewhat more than less. Emancipated evening had in return for consciousness endowed him with a changeless grin. Oh, whereon a dozen staunch and leal citizens did graze at pause, then fired by hyper-civic zeal, and staggered bang with terror through a million billion trillion stars. Oh, one hand did nothing on the vest. Its white from friend clenched weekly dirt, while the mute trouser fly confessed a button solemnly inert, brushing from whom the stiff and puke. I put him all into my arms and staggered bang with terror through a million billion trillion stars. Oh, yeah, stars. Yeah, stars. With two white roses on her breasts, white candles at head and feet, dark Madonna of the grave she rests. Your death has found her sweet. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight.
Let others sing of knights and paladins in aged accents and untimely words. Paint shadows in imaginary lines which well the reach of their high-wit records. But I must sing of thee and those fair eyes. Authentic shall my verse in time to come, when yet unborn shall say, lo, where she lies, whose beauty made him speak that else was dumb. These are the arks, the trophies I erect, that fortify thy name against old age. And these thy sacred virtues must protect against the dark and time's consuming rage. Though error of my youth they shall discover, suffice they show I lived and was thy lover. Though the error of my youth they shall discover, suffice they show I lived and was thy lover. These are the arks, the trophies I erect, that fortify thy name against old age. And these thy sacred virtues must protect against the dark and time's consuming rage. Though terror of my youth they shall discover, suffice they show I lived and was thy lover. Oh, lover.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. In the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land
the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
Life, I know not what thou art, but know that thou and I must part. And when or how or where we met, I own to me's a secret yet. But this I know, when thou art fled, where'er they lay these limbs, this head, no clothes so valueless shall be as all that then remains of me. Oh, whither, whither dost thou fly, where bend unseen thy trackless course? And in this strange divorce, I'll tell where I must seek this compound eye, to the vast ocean of empyreal flame, from whence thy essence came. Dost thou thy flight pursue, when freed from matter's base uncumbering weed? Or dost thou hid from sight wait like some spellbound night, through blank oblivious years, appointed hour, to break thy trance and reassume thy power? Yet canst thou without thought or feeling be? Oh, say, what art thou when no more thou art thee? Life, we've been long together, through pleasant and through cloudy weather. 'Tis hard to part when friends are dear. Perhaps we'll cost a sigh, a tear, then steal away. Give a little warning, choose thine own time. Say not good night, but in some brighter clime, bid me good morning.
Remember me when I am dead, and simplify me when I'm dead. As the processes of earth strip off the color of the skin, take the brown hair and blue eye, and leave me simpler than at birth, when hairless I came howling in, as the moon entered the cold sky. Of my skeleton, perhaps so stripped, a learned man will say he was of such a type, and intelligence no more. Thus when in a year collapse particular memories you made, deduce from the long pain I bore the opinions I held who was my foe, and what I left, even my appearance. But incidents will be no guide. Time's
and by distance simplified. Through that lens, see if I seem substance or nothing of the world, deserving mention or charitable oblivion, not by momentary spleen or love into decision hurled, to leisurely arrive at an opinion. Remember me when I am dead, and simplify me when I'm dead. Simplify me when I'm dead. Remember me when I am dead, and simplify me when I'm dead.
Essential form of grace here, death has closed the curious eyes that saw the manners in the face. If genius won, the reader stay. If merit touched thee, shed a tear. Be vice and dullness far away. Great Hogarth's honored dust is here. The hand of art here torpid lies, that wide due essential form of grace. Here death has closed the curious eyes that saw the matters in the face. If genius won, the reader stay. If merit touched thee, shed a tear. Be vice and dullness far away. Great Hogarth's honored dust is here.
Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song. Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song.
Tis midnight o'er the dim air's lonely bosom, dark, dusky, windy midnight, swift driven, the swelling vapors onward, every blossom bathes its bright petals in the tears of heaven. Imperfect half-seen objects meet the sight, the other half our fancy must portray. A wan, dull, lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake,
The moon conceals her ray, sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam, shot through the glimmering clouds. The lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silenced, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddies slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the grutting wave that saps eternally the cold grey steep. Sounds heavily within the hollow cave. All earth is restless from his glossy wing. The heath fowl lifts his head at intervals. Wet, driving, rainy come the bursting squalls. All nature wears her dawn-dead covering. Tempest is gathered and the brooding storm spreads its black mantle o'er the mountains form. And mingled with the rising roar is swelling from the four-hunter's booth the bloodhounds yelling. The waterfalls in various cadence chiming, all in one loud unbroken sheet descending. Salute each other through the night's dark womb. The moaning pine trees to the wild blast bending are pictured faces. Oh, my loof is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my loof is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gan dry. Till all the seas gan dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands all life shall run. And fare thee will, my only love, and fare thee will a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. So fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gan dry. Till all the seas gan dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands all life shall run. While the sands all life shall run.
though it were 10,000 miles.
The western wave was all aflame. The day was well nigh done. Almost upon the western wave rested the broad bright sun. When that strange shape broke suddenly betwixt us and the sun, and straight the sun was flecked with bars. Heaven's mother send us grace, as if through a dungeon grate he peered with broad and burning face. Alas, thought I, and my heart beat loud, how fast she nears and nears. Are those her sails that glance in the sun like restless gossamers? Those her ribs through which the sun did peer as through a grate. And is that woman all her crew? Is that a death? And are there two? Is that woman's mate? Her lips were red, her looks were free, her locks were yellow as gold. Her skin was as white as leprosy. The nightmare life in death was she, who fixed man's blood with cold. The naked hawk alongside came, and the twain were casting dice. The game is done, I've won, I've won. Quoth she and whistles thrice. Came, and the twain were casting dice. The game is done, I've won, I've won, quoth she and whistles thrice. Quoth she and whistles thrice. Oh, 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 oh. Quoth she and whistles thrice. Came, and the twain were casting dice. The game is done, I've won, I've won. Quoth she and whistles thrice. Oh, so thrice. Oh, oh, oh. Quoth she and whistles thrice. Oh, whistles thrice. Oh, oh, oh. Quoth she and whistles thrice. in the tears of heaven. Imperfect, half-seen objects meet the sight. The other half our fancy must portray. One dull, lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake. The moon conceals her ray, sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam. Shot through the glimmering clouds, the lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silenced, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddy slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the glutting wave that saps eternally the cold grey steep. Sounds heavily within the hollow cave. All earth is restless from his glossy wing. The heath fowl lifts his head at intervals. Wet, driving, rainy come the bursting squalls. All nature wears her dun dead covering. Tempest is gathered and the brooding storm spreads its black mantle over mountains form, and mingled with the rising roar is swelling from the far hunter's booth the bloodhounds yelling. The water falls in various cadence chiming, or in one loud unbroken sheet descending. Salute each other through the night's dark womb. The moaning pine trees to the wild blast bending are pictured faintly through the checkered gloom. The forest halfway up the mountain climbing resound with crash of falling branches quiver. Their ages mossy trunks. The startled doe leaps from a leafy lair. The swelling river winds his broad stream, majestic, deep, and slow.
She said, ain't got nobody to share my bed, ain't got nobody to hold my hand. The truth of the matter is I ain't got no man. The big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. She answered, babe, what must I do?
Yeah.
your money too. He said, share your bed and your money too. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. He said, share your bed and your money too. Hey, yeah. He said, share your bed and your money too. Money too.
Some that have deeper deep loves mine than I say where eccentric happiness doth lie. I have loved and got and told, but should I love get tell till I were old? I should not find that hidden mystery, oh 'tis imposture all. And as no chemic yet the elixir got, but glorifies his pregnant pot, if by the way to him befall some odoriferous thing or medicinal, so lovers dream a rich and long delight, but get a winter seeming summer's night. Our ease, our thrift, our honor, and our gain, shall we for this vain bubble shadow pay? Ends a love in this that my man can be as happy as I can, if he can endure the short scorn of a bridegroom's play. That loving wretch that swears 'tis not the body's merry, but the mind's, which he in her angelic finds, would swear as justly that he hears in that day's rude horse minstrelsy the spheres. Hope not from mind and women at their best. Sweetness and wit they are but money possessed. Tis imposture all, and death elixir got, but glorifies his pregnant pot. If by the way to him befall some odoriferous thing, or medoriferous thing, or meddar's dream, or so lovers dream a richer thing. Our ease, our thrift, our honor, and our gain, shall we for this vain bubble shadow pay? Ends a love in this that my man can be as happy as I can, if he can, if he can endure the short scorn of a bridegroom's play. That loving wretch that swears 'tis not the body's merry, but the mind's, which he in her angelic finds, but swears justly that he hears in that day's rude horse minstrelsy the spheres. Hope not for mind and women at their best. Sweetness and wit they are but money possessed.
None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. None of them are strange with socks of lace and beaded cinchers. People are not going to dream of baboons and periwinkles. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. Oh, every here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. The houses are haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. None of them are strange, haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. Beware us. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. I hate my verses, every line, every word. Oh, pale and brittle pencils ever to try. One grass blade's curve, or the throat of one bird that clings to twig, ruffled against white sky. Oh, cracked and twilight mirrors ever to catch one color, one glinting hash of the splendor of things. Unlucky hunter, oh, bullets of wax, the lion beauty, the wild swan wings, the storm of the wings. This wild swan of a world is no hunter's game. Better bullets than yours would miss the white breast. Better mirrors than yours would crack in
Doesn't matter whether you hate yourself. At least love your eyes that can see, your mind that can hear the music, the thunder of the wings. Love the wild swan. This wild swan of a world is no hunter's game. Better bullets than yours would miss the white breast. Better mirrors than yours would crack in the flame. Doesn't matter whether you hate yourself. At least love your eyes that can see, your mind that can hear the music, the thunder of the wings. Love the wild swan.
Do not suddenly break the branch or hope to find the white heart over the white well. Glance aside, not for lamps, do not spell old enchantments. Let them sleep. Gently dip, but not too deep. Lift your eyes where the roads dip and where the roads rise. Seek only there where the gray light meets the green air. The hermit chapel, the pilgrim's prayer. The hermit chapel, the pilgrim's
By landscape reminded once of his mother's figure. The mountain heights he remembers get bigger and bigger. With the finest of mapping pens he fondly traces all the family names on the familiar places. Among green pastures straying, he walks by still waters, fight, surely a swan. He seems to earth's unwise daughters, bending a beautiful summer bands were playing tiki war. Dear boy, be brave as these roots, he heard them saying.